Good evening, everybody. Today is March 28, 2018. Today's lecture is Cosmology and Buddhism, Part 13. So Pali is Vichimutta Singha. So before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you for your watching. We continue discuss about the process of that consciousness. To understand that kind of the consciousness is very important because many people they confuse about the that and then rebut how connect each other. To understand properly, very subtle, very subtle to understand. So we need to take time to learn about that one. So our mind is very strange. Our mind can accept many different kind of objects in the past, in present, and in future. Many objects, mind can accept. So very close to going to die, also mind can accept the many different kind of the object and a different kind of the process. So we need to learn. Actually, there are many kind of process, but here today I would like to discuss about only 4 basic kind of the that thought process. Because only 4, if you understand, is enough to understand the other. So that's why. Though number 1, first process, that process is the and or the Javana. The first kind of that thought process. And or the so Javana. Javana is a dynamic thought process 5 times, and after that, Chuddhicetta, that consciousness. So last moment or life, present life finish at that time. So this is one kind of that thought process. So we say another Javana. In Pali, Javana is a dynamic consciousness. Dynamic consciousness means that at that time, the same kind of mind, again and again, 5 times, not 7 times. Usually, Javana, dynamic consciousness, is same consciousness, wholesome or unwholesome, again and again, in 7 times. 7 times. But in the very close to die, our body so weak, our mind also so weak. So that's why cannot 7 times. Cannot be 7 times. Just only 5 times. Yeah. So first we need to understand. So after 5 times dynamic consciousness, after that, the that consciousness and present life finish. This is one kind. Another kind is the death at the end of the Tadārammaṇa. Tadārammaṇa. The Tadārammaṇa also the another kind of the Pali word we already learned in the process of mind. Tadārammaṇa and the registering consciousness 2 times. After dynamic consciousness, 2 times registering consciousness arises and that consciousness arises and finish of the present life. So this is another type of the depth of process. And then the third one is the Javana and Bhavaṅga. Yeah. So it's a little bit different from the first one. The first kind is just another Javana, that consciousness arises and finish. This one, the third one is another Javana, not finished yet, one Bhavaṅga. Like connected consciousness, one like connected consciousness arises, and then that consciousness arises and finish. Yeah. This is a third kind of the death of process. And then number 4 process is at the end of the Tadārammaṇa and Bhavaṅga. Not only Tadārammaṇa, follow Bhavaṅga. So this one, the 4th one and second one is a little bit different. Second one is the Tadārammaṇa. After Tadārammaṇa, that consciousness and finish. The 4th one is the Tadārammaṇa, not finished yet. One Bhavaṅga, like connected consciousness, and after that, that consciousness.
So when we die, you have one of kind?
One of them, yeah. We don't know which one. It depends on the situation. Yeah, so basically, everybody, when they die, whoever when they die, one of that process. Yeah. So I would like to explain more detail with the picture like this. So this is the Javana, that consciousness arises like this. So like this. Sorry. Like this, and one of the object rise in our mind. So first one is a vibration like on an consciousness, the Bhavaṅga Citta, Dida Bhavaṅga Citta. After that, the second one appear like this. This is a arrest like connected consciousness, Bhavaṅga. Bhavaṅga. And then after that, the third one is a mind abiding consciousness, Manodvara Vachana, because in our mind. So Manodvara Vachana arises and then disappear. After that, the dynamic consciousness, Javana Citta, that dynamic consciousness is 5 times, one after another, 5 times, same type, wholesome or unwholesome. It depends on situation. So that 5 times we see approximate that dynamic consciousness. Maranasanna, Javana. Maranasanna. Marana is death. Asana is approximate. Asana is approximate or close. close that dynamic consciousness is Javana. So 5 times. After that, the diminished that consciousness arises. That consciousness arises. So after that, our present life finish. And then if there's manda defilements and the karma, so another life coming. After that consciousness, say rebirth again. Please, Padisandi. The relinking consciousness arises after that kind of consciousness continue relinking consciousness and a new life, many kind of consciousness arises like this. So this is number 1 kind or the process. After 5, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is after dynamic consciousness, Javana Chitta. So that consciousness arises and dies. Yeah. This is 1 kind. So, and another kind is like this. This one is after 5 Javana Chitta, follow 2 registering, Tadārammaṇa Chitta, and after that consciousness. So look, walking like this. So Aramana, Kama Nimitta or Kati Nimitta, Kama, sign of Kama or the sign of destiny, come in our mind. So that at the time, the vibrational light connecting consciousness arises, Bhavaṅga Chitta, arises and disappear. And then the second one is arrest, Bhavaṅga, light connecting consciousness, Bhavaṅga arrest light connecting consciousness. After that, very fast. Yeah. After that, the mind of body consciousness, Manodara Vachana, rises. And then after that, the 5 kind of the dynamic consciousness, wholesome or unwholesome, is dependent on situation, one after another, continuously arise. So we say that approximate that dynamic consciousness, Maranasana Javana Chitta. Maranasana Javana Chitta. Marana is that. Asana is very close. Because this is a very short time. We cannot, even though it's just within a few seconds, it's happened. So that approximate consciousness, Maranasana, we say in Pali, Maranasana Javana Chitta. After these 5 dynamic consciousness, so 2 Tadārammaṇa Chitta arises like this. This is a 2 kind of the registering consciousness, Tadārammaṇa Chitta. Registering consciousness always means for the sensual world, in the sensual world, for sensual being, or mostly Tadārammaṇa Chitta is followed by the Javana. So registering consciousness 2 times like this, and then after that consciousness arises like this. So this is a second type of the death process. Tadārammaṇa. After Tadārammaṇa, that consciousness arises. And then the third one, that one is the little bit different from the first one here. Look, that one is after 5 times of the Javana Chitta. At the time, no an. The B is a Bhavaṅga Chitta. B means a light containing consciousness. Bhavaṅga Chitta here, one time. Only once time. Only once. After that, that consciousness arises. Like this. So, look at here, Aramana, object in our mind, 3 kind of object. Karma, karma nimitta, kri nimitta. So at that time, the vibration and light containing consciousness, Bhavaṅga charana arises. And then after that, arrest light containing consciousness arises. And Bhavaṅga chalana, like this. Bhungu vichira. After Bhavaṅga chalana, Bhungu vichira. And then after that, another kind of mind is mind abiding consciousness, manodvara vachana. After manodvara vachana, there are 5 times on the Javana Chitta, Paranasana Javana Chitta, one after another. They are same type. Maybe wholesome or maybe unwholesome. Same time. 5 times. After that, not finished yet. Little bit, one time on the Bhavaṅga Chitta arises in there. After that, like this. B is a Bhavaṅga, light containing consciousness. After light containing consciousness, the dead consciousness arises. So the present life finish. Like this. This is that kind of the that thought process. So first type and that type is a little bit different. The difference is this one. Bhavaṅga, there's no Bhavaṅga Chitta. This is first type. So between the Javana and the dead consciousness, the light containing consciousness. So this is the third type. Okay, so the fourth kind of the thought process like this here. So more little bit longer. After 5 times of the Javana Chitta, the following Chitta is registering consciousness, Tadārammaṇa Chitta 2 times. After Tadārammaṇa Chitta, the Bhavaṅga Chitta, light containing consciousness 1 time. And then after that consciousness arises like this. So the object comes in our mind. So at the time, the light containing consciousness, vibration and light containing consciousness, Bhavaṅga chalana one time, and after disappear, the following Chitta is arrest light containing consciousness, Bhungu vichira, like this. The arrest light containing consciousness, Bhungu vichira, and that mind also disappear. Another mind is mind abiding consciousness, manodvara vachana in Pali, because of in the mind. So mind abiding consciousness arises, and then after that disappear, and then the following consciousness, dynamic consciousness in 5 times, with the same type of the consciousness, wholesome or unwholesome. It depends on the situation. After 5 times of the Javana Chitta, dynamic consciousness, the following consciousness are registering consciousness. 2 times registering consciousness, Tadārammaṇa citta arises one after another. So this type is not finished yet. So the following registering consciousness is the Bhavaṅga citta. B is a Bhavaṅga citta. Light connecting consciousness arises in one time. And after that consciousness arises. So the life, present life finish. So like this, we need to understand like this. So there are 4 kinds of the death consciousness, death thought process. Okay, so we will discuss in detail later, more detail. So that consciousness may arise after or end of the Javana, or after Tadārammaṇa, or after Bhavaṅga. We see like this. The situation of the death is the end of the Javana, or after Tadārammaṇa, or after Bhavaṅga. So the death consciousness is the last consciousness in the present life. Yeah. So immediately after that consciousness, rebirth consciousness arises in the new life. So the new life, rebirth consciousness is the first consciousness. That consciousness is the last consciousness in the present life. Yeah, we need to understand that one. So between them, that consciousness in the present life and rebirth or relinquishing consciousness in the new life, there is no gap between them. No gap. Yeah, there's no gap. After that consciousness, the relinquishing consciousness arises. Like this, when we practice meditation, our mind one after another arising, like this. That consciousness finish, relinquishing consciousness arises in the new life. Yeah, it's depend on the karma. Power of karma, maybe far away we were reborn, far away, maybe very, very near where we die, maybe. We don't know. Yeah, it's depend on the previous karma. One of the previous karma generate the new life. Yeah. So we need to understand that this is very important. There's no time gap between death in one life and rebirth in the next life. No gap, time gap. Because some person, they believe after death, the soul is not the going around the dead body. They think like this, but actually no, it's wrong. It's not correct. Yeah, it's not correct. So there may be practical experience or the person being in something like this interim life. Interim life means yes, we see in Pali is Andara Bhava. Andara Bhava. Andara means between present life and the new life. There's some kind of life we see Andara Bhava, between life. Present life and the new life, there's some kind of life. They think like this. This is not correct view. But according to our Theravada Buddhism, just is maybe if there's some kind of the life, it's another life. It's a new life. not between present life and new life. Yeah, it's a one kind of maybe very short, maybe 70 or maybe very short time, maybe like you maybe that story is the queen. His name, her name is the queen. Her name is Malika. Malika is the wife of the king Kosala. The king Kosala wife is we say Malika. Yeah. She made a lot of the great wholesome deed in the Buddha Sasana. But when she going to die, she thinking something wrongly, what she said in her life. So she remember at the time. So that kind of karma reappear at that time in her mind. So thinking that kind of the karma, and then she died. So she reborn 7 times, 70, only 70 in the awful play. Yeah, only 70. So like this, it's not Andharabhava. We say we didn't say this. This is not Andharabhava. This is a new life for her, but just few days, 70 only. Yeah. If the person don't understand, maybe they say this is Andharabhava between the life, present life, and the new life, just few days. Yeah. So this is now the interim period, Andharabhava in Pali, between one life and another. So we need to understand that one, very important. Okay, so that which is called the entering period is one life, we say. Person die, and then he or she may be reborn as a ghost. So he or she may be living as a ghost for 70 or whatever. Yeah. He died then as a ghost and then maybe reborn as a human being as well. So Theravada Buddhism regard that life as a ghost is just one kind of existence, not Andharabhava, not between life. Yeah, one kind of existence. So rebirth, relinking consciousness arises and is established in the subsequent existence in new life. So that means as soon as the rebirth consciousness arises, he or she already in the new life. So between death consciousness and relinking consciousness, there's no time limit, no time cap. Just finish, just disappear of the death consciousness. In new life, rebirth consciousness arises like this. So if you practice meditation, if you focus on your different kind of mind consciousness, you easily understand that the same process, one after another mind. Yeah. If you don't have the experience, very difficult to understand the new life. To believe the new life, how we don't know what happened. We don't believe. Many people say like this: we don't believe in new life because we don't know what happened, because they don't have a meditation experience. Yeah. They don't know about the conscious nature of consciousness. So that's one. But after practice meditation inside vipassana, and we focus on the various kind of consciousness, just few moments, various kind of consciousness arise and disappear, one after another, very quick, very fast. So like this, that consciousness and rebirth consciousness like this. Same. So we can easily understand with the experience of the inside meditation, vipassana. Yeah. Okay, so we rebirth consciousness take the object which was taken by the Javana thought moment before death. So we need to understand that one. Very, very important. Rebirth consciousness in new life. Take the object is taken by the Javana thought moment before death in present life. Little bit connect. Before death, in the present life, before death means just few moments. Just few moments. The thought process. Previously, I showed the picture, PowerPoint. Like this, very short moment. So during the before death consciousness, the 5 times Javana Chitta take the object. This is a one kind of the object. Maybe karma. Karma is in previous life or in the present life, in the past time. Maybe we already done one kind of the karma. So that karma reappear in our mind at the time, even though maybe that person unconscious meaning is a coma. Yeah, but that's just mind. In the mind, many thought of mental object in thought is possible to happen. Yeah. So at that time, the Javana Chitta and the very close to death, the death objects, karma or karma nimitta or kati nimitta. Sign of karma is maybe when we perform the karma, we have the different kind of the situation when we doing the hosandi. Hosandi is maybe offering the robe or offering maybe different kind of thing. So it's a karma nimitta, we say karma nimitta, sign of the karma. Yeah. So there's a many story. A person who died and then going to the hell, but when we reached to the hell, he saw the fire in the hell, but his mind remember that the color of the fire is red. Color is red. So when he offer the rope, so the color rope is also red. So similar. So his mind remember that whole Sunday. Oh, I offer the rope. When he remember, he died and then he reborn in the celestial place. Kiwa. Like this. So mind change quickly like this. So this is what we call karma nimitta, sign of the karma. Yeah. Maybe kati nimitta, sign of the destiny. Maybe we born in the mother womb. We also see in our mind, see kind of the red color. So red color is maybe kind of the mother womb, color of mother womb. Yeah. Maybe the place where we born in the new life, the place we saw, the place. Maybe forest, we say forest, and then the maybe animal. Yeah, when we saw the forest, when we saw the river or something like this. Yeah, maybe it's maybe reborn as an animal. Yeah, it's a kind of the Nimitta, sign of the destiny. So one of that kind of object in the present life, very last moment, that object, one of that object appear. So that object show our new life. So according to that object, the new life, rebirth consciousness rise with that object. So that's why we need to understand. Rebirth consciousness take the object which was taken by the Javana thought process before death. So, for example, if he or she is reborn in the Kamavachara, sensual world, or Rupavachara, five material world, so then his consciousness may have the heart-based. So if he is to be reborn in the Arubhavachara, immaterial ring, then his rebirth consciousness is the baseless. Because immaterial plane, there's no material. So it has no base. So the rebirth consciousness is supported by heart base or without the heart base. So it's generated by the volitional formation that is enveloped by latent ignorance and rooted latent craving. Yeah. So not only karma nimitta and pati nimitta, at that time, in our mind, that kind of consciousness, dynamic consciousness arises. Latently, maybe wholesome, even though wholesome dynamic consciousness in 5 times, but latently ignorance and latently craving is rooted in our stream of mind. That's why if we are not arahant, we reborn. Definitely we reborn in one life, in a new life. Okay, so actually it's a kusala karma. Kusala karma is a wholesome karma, although it's not associated with the ignorance and craving, because ignorance, avijja or moha, and craving, lobha or dana, they are unwholesome. They are unwholesome manifestors. So wholesome and unwholesome cannot associate because they are different types. So they cannot associate directly. But then, at that time, ignorance and craving, they are latently rooted in our mind, stream of mind. So that's why it is said to be enveloped by the latent ignorance, moha, avijja, and rooted in the latent craving. Yeah, we say like this. So here, with regard to the kusala karma, their relationship is not association, not samyutta. We say in Pali and the Patthana, samyutta paccaya. Samyutta paccaya in the Patthana, the one of the condition is association condition. So at that time, kusala and akusala cannot associate samyutta because different type. Kusala wholesome, akusala unwholesome. So different type, they cannot associate directly. But this is supporting, very strongly supporting upanisya, condition. There's a upanisya condition, not samyutta condition. Samyutta paccaya. Upanisya paccaya, that's why Upanisya paccaya we say purima, kusala, dhamma, Pachimana, Pachimana, Akusalana, Dhammana, Kesanchi, Upanishya Pachena Pacheo, the Buddha said. The previous wholesome, supported by the later unwholesome, by the Upanishya Pachya, very strongly supporting condition. Yeah. Not directly associated. That means not directly associated. Upanishya is not directly associated. Not directly associated means wholesome arises, upatibin. Upa means a rising moment. Ti means the static moment, and then Bhavaṅga. Bhavaṅga is that moment. So three moments. So that three moments cannot associate with the wholesome and unwholesome at that moment. Yeah. But in the stream of mind, the avijja and then dana is latently exists by the Upanishya Pachya. Yeah. So by the kind of the condition called the diseases support or Upanishya, so kusala karma is supported by the ignorance and craving, like this. So we need to understand like that. So supporting and Samyutta is very different. Samyutta is the every moment, upatibin, they are together, rising together. Yeah. But Upanishya is not rising together, but in the stream of mind, there's latently the stay, exists. Yeah, we say like this. Okay, so for example, we want to be reborn as a human being, yeah, in the future, in the new life. So we want to reborn as a celestial being in the future. So therefore, we do wholesome. So when we do wholesome kusala, that kusala, the wholesome, is supported by ignorance and craving by way of the diseases support. Because we think human being or celestial being is a good. We think like this by the supporting of the ignorance. So ignorance cover the true nature of life. So that's why we think human life or human being or celestial being is good. Yeah. But actually human being or celestial being, everybody has a two kind. Nama and Rupa. So if there's Nama, then the Nama is depend on many conditions. So that's why it's suffering, kind of suffering. There's a Rupa, material. Material also depend on the condition. So this is a kind of suffering. So all material, all mind, they appear and disappear, so impermanent. We cannot control it. Yeah. So that kind of nature, if we don't understand, because the ignorance cover that nature. Ignorance cover. That's why we don't know. We don't know exactly what happened. That's why we want to be reborn as a human being. We want to be reborn as a celestial being. Yeah, that's why we do kusala, wholesome. The wholesome is supported by ignorance and craving. So by way of the diseases support, Upanishya Pachya. We say Upanishya Pachya. That means that they do not arise together. The wholesome and ignorance. Wholesome is wholesome. Ignorance is unwholesome. So different. They are different types. So that's why they cannot arise together. But because there's ignorance and craving, there's a kusala. Yeah. Because we don't know, we don't understand the truth. Four Noble Truth. We don't understand the suffering, nature of suffering. We don't understand the nature, the cause of suffering. We don't understand the nature of the Nibbana. We don't understand the Eightfold Noble Path. So this is ignorance and craving. So this is kind of the foundation of cycle of life. The cycle of life, one after another, reborn again and again. These two, ignorance and craving, is a foundation. Yeah. Not only kusala, not only kusala. We think when we do kusala, there's no akusala. We think like this. But that means it's true, but not together arising. Not together arising. Even though we do the kusala, if we cannot remove the manda defilement, ignorance and craving and other kilesa, manda defilement, they are latently there. That means behind the kusala, they are. Anusaya we say in Pali. Anusaya. Anu means again and again. Saya meaning is hidden. hidden living. Yeah. So even though we perform the wholesome thing, there's a nusaya kilesa. Because we cannot remove the kilesa, manda defilement. Yeah. But another different condition, if it is akusala karma, so akusala karma is we can get both kind of supporting condition. Akusala karma, when we perform akusala karma, at that time, akusala unwholesome manifests together, arising together, sampyuta condition. And also behind the upanisya condition as well. So two kind of conditions supporting. Yeah. So you need to understand the 24 universal condition as well. So if you understand 24 universal condition, it's more easy to understand. So there's two kind of condition, two kind of supporting condition. So one is the upanisya, another one is the samyutta. But if we perform unwholesome karma, so there's a two supporting condition, upanisya and samyutta. Strongly, this is supporting condition and then association supporting condition. But when we perform the wholesome, there's only one condition is supported. Only upanisya, not samyutta. Not associating condition. Just only this is supporting condition. Yeah. Okay. So we go to next one. So when we do an akusala, ignorance and then craving there. That means it is Loba Sahagata. It is Dosa Sahagata. Ignorance is associating the Samyutta, as well as diseases support Upanisya. So craving is only the diseases support Upanisya and not association Samyutta, because Loba does not arise with the Dosa Mula Chitta. That means when we are angry, the ignorance support and the association condition and strongly this is supporting Upanisya. But Loba, craving, cannot associate with the dosa, isn't it? Anger-rooted consciousness cannot associate with the Loba. So Loba, at the time, Loba is not Samyutta, but Upanisya. Yeah. So if you're angry, you don't like that object, isn't it? So like or dislike is because of the craving, because of the loba, because of the greed, isn't it? If there's no greed, we don't have two kind of situation, like or dislike. Yeah, we have the like or dislike because of the craving or greed. Yeah, so we need to understand like that. So angry, when we are very angry at that time, the moha is supported that angry condition with two conditions, Upanisya and Samyutta, associate, directly associate. Yeah. But loba, craving, not directly associate, just Upanisya condition supporting, and more angry. To more and more angry. Yeah. Yeah, that's why the Buddha said, when you make fighting each other together, when together, walking together, living together, more. Buddha said, far away and live, they have no contact, no more fighting. The Buddha said. Yeah, like this. So craving is like this. So yeah, we have to take is appropriately. We need to understand appropriately. Different situation, different condition, many condition. Yeah, we have to something happen. Many condition we have. So the karma, which is enveloped by the latent ignorance and latent craving, so generate or produce a patisanichitta in new life. Yeah, patisanichitta in new life is a product of the karma of the past. Past meaning is not past, or not only past life, but also in the present life, in the past time, we perform some kind of karma. So that karma has a power to keep the result as a productive karma, janaka karma. Yeah. So janaka karma create or produce a new life. In a new life, the first consciousness is a patisanichitta. Rebirth or relinking consciousness arises like this. Okay, so the consciousness is called relinking consciousness because it linked together two continuous existence. Present life and new life is a continuous existence. there's no gap between present life and next life. So that means the old existence and the new existence, there's link. Make the link is that consciousness we call free-linking consciousness, Patisani Citta. So it's a relinking, we see, Patisani Citta in Pali. So it is associated with the manifestors, not only Citta. Citta is not only all the time. Citta consciousness arises with manifestors. Yeah, with manifestors. Not only consciousness alone is never ever arise. Never ever. If consciousness arises, the manifestor with together with the consciousness. So the Buddha said in the Dhammavada, Mano Ditta Manomaya. So yeah. So like this, the mind or consciousness is a forerunner. Forerunner means a leader of the other manifestations. So forerunner does not mean the mind go in front. So leader is just give the leadership, but working together with the follower, isn't it? Yeah. So that means it's not in front. Together, walking together. So Chittatika manifestors follow the mind, consciousness. So Chittatika can only arise with the mind, consciousness arises. So that means the consciousness is like a foundation, a place for the manifestors Chittatika to arise. Yeah. Without mind, no more manifestors. Yeah. They are together, always together. We need to understand like that. So there are Javana in the death thought process. We already discussed in 4 different processes, death thought process. So the question is, which produce the Patisani Citta? Chetana and the volition or motivation in the death thought process, or karma in the past? So if we make the question like this, it is a past karma or karma at the moment of the 5 Javana in the death thought process. So many people has many questions like this. So here I would like to explain, actually we never ever call the Chetana, motivation or volition associated with the 5 Citta, death thought process. We never say that one is not karma. They do not constitute the productive karma because they are too weak to be productive of the Patisandhi, because very, very close to die. At the time, mind situation is too weak. And then our body also, supporting the mind, the body also too weak. So that's why at the time the karma cannot, the make up. At the time, at the time the 5 continuous marana sanda javana with the volition, chetana, with the motivation. So that moment with the volition, but that volition, that chetana, motivation is not karma to produce a Patisandhi, relinking consciousness. Yeah.
Except that moment and other, only that moment, no maker karma, but others, the Chetana is a maker.
Yeah,
karma.
Yeah. In the previous time. Previous time meaning the previous life, or in this life, previous time. Yeah. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. Okay, so they lack the original productive karma potential. So you need to understand, clearly understand. At the moment, the Maranasana very close to die, the 5 time of the dead consciousness, dead proximate consciousness, Maranasana Chitta, 5 time. Their object is the previous karma, isn't it? The previous karma, so the karma is a little bit similar. The previous karma reappear again at the time when we are going to die.
Previous
karma reappear
before life.
Before life or in the present life, in previous time. Yeah. So we need to understand that similarly karma arises again at the time. But the present the Chetana with the 5 kind of the Maranasana Chitta, that karma, that Chetana is not the Janaka karma. That cannot produce. We cannot say the productive karma. The power, no power. So a little bit tricky, we need to understand. But that kind of the situation in our mind arises is because of the past karma. So past karma is a channel, like a channel to connect. If you want to connect 2 channels, so you connect with the 1 channel. Like this. Previous karma is 1 kind of channel. So they're very close to dying. The death consciousness process, that's another channel. To connect that channel with 1 kind of channel. So the past karma is a kind of the channel to connect. To produce a rebirth consciousness. So not directly the Maranasana consciousness, that proximate consciousness cannot create the rebirth consciousness. Actually, the previous karma we already performed in present life, in previous time, or in the present previous life, many previous life. We don't know which kind of karma. Maybe that kind of karma at the time very mature to keep the result. They become mature. So that means it's the karma has a productive power productive karmic energy. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. They are supported karma. They are supported karma. We say we know there's a productive karma, supportive karma, and obstructive karma. We already learned. Yeah. So productive karma is Janaka karma. Supportive karma is Upatambaka karma. And then obstructive karma is Upapilaka karma. So the karma in the past is productive karma. Understand? Karma in the past is productive karma. And the karma at the moment of the Javana in the death process is supportive karma. Understand? So there are 2 kind of karma we have when we are going to die. The previous karma is a kind of the Janaka karma, productive karma. But right now, very close to die, there's five times of the Javana, Manasana Viti, the death thought process. In the death thought process, there's a karma also because Chedana, including the Chedana with these mind. So that Chedana not strongly has a power to give the productive result, just only support result. That means that the moment, the death thought process moment, that karma is a supporting karma. Upa-dhambaka karma. Yeah. Supporting karma. Just only support to the past karma. Past Janaka karma. Past productive karma. Yeah, we need to understand like that. If you confuse, so you cannot understand the situation at the situation. So last moment, there are two kind of karma. The previous karma we already done. Previous karma arise at the time. So that karma is a very strong power to keep the protected, to keep the new life, the Patisanichitta. Yeah, to keep the Patisanichitta. Yeah. But not only that karma, Janaka karma, the supporting karma is support to that karma. Yeah. With the Marana Sanna Viti. During the Marana Sanna Viti. Yeah. So Chedana, two kind of Chedana, two kind of the motivation we need to understand. Moment motivation at the moment is a supporting. The Chedana in the previous time, previous life is another kind of the karma, productive karma. Yeah. So we need to understand two kind of the motivation or evolution Chedana. Past Chedana and present Chedana. Yeah. That's why in the Kama Pacchaya Patthana we already learned. Kama Pacchaya Kusala Kama Vipakana Khandana Katadacha Rupana Kama Pacchena Pacchaya. That's kind of karma is a past karma. Past Chedana. Yeah. Past karma. That generate the new life to keep the relinking consciousness, to arise the relinking consciousness, that past karma, past Chedana generate. But that kind of past karma, past Chedana, get the supporting by the present moment, very close to die, that situation, that consciousness, the proximate consciousness also have the motivation of evolution, Chedana, the present moment, present Chedana. So that's why in the Patthana, another statement, the Buddha said, Chedana, Sambayutakana, Dhammana, Tansamotthana, Charupana, Kama Pacchena Pacchyo. That Chedana is a present Chedana, not past. Yeah. So we need to understand like this. So two different chetana, two different kind of karma, past karma and present karma. Past karma is a very strong karma to produce the relieving consciousness, but present karma just only supporting the past karma. Just supporting. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. That's why they add as a channel for the past karma to give the result as a patisandhi, relieving consciousness. So I think if we understand, I would like to show the picture. That the picture also. One of them. Look here. Here. This is the number 4 to number 8. These are 5 kind of the mana, sanda, that proximate consciousness, isn't it? So that proximate consciousness has a chetana. Because consciousness not only alone. Consciousness always associated with the manifestas, chitatika. So in the Sankara Khanda, we say Sankara Khanda, many Sankara Khanda. But a lot of Sankara Khanda, the leader is the Chetana, motivation. So that's why we say only point out Chetana. Yeah, Chetana. Yeah. So Chetana associate with the every depth proximate consciousness. So that Chetana is we say present moment rises, isn't it? So that Chetana is present Chetana, present karma. Present karma. Yeah. But to arise that kind of the consciousness, we need object, isn't it? Without object, no consciousness. You hear my voice, my sound. Without my sound, you have no ear consciousness right now. Like this. So at the time, that proximate consciousness arises in 5 times continuously. So that consciousness has an object. That object is maybe previous karma reappear in our mind. Yeah. So connect with the previous karma. Power of previous karma, that object rises, and that proximate consciousness rises. So connect like this. Yeah. So that Chetana in previous life, previous karma, Chetana is the past karma, not present karma, isn't it? Yeah. So that past karma has a power to give the result after that thought process. We have a rebirth consciousness, isn't it? No gap between that consciousness and rebirth in the new life. This is a new life. This is a new life. This portion is a new life, isn't it? This is an old life. Previous life, old life. Yeah. So the previous karma, previous past karma, has a power to rise the relinking consciousness. This one. This one. The Chetana with the dead proximate consciousness, the Chetana, present karma, present Chetana, just supporting to that past karma to keep the result of the lingering consciousness. Yeah. Like this. Very complicated, yeah. That's why most people, they don't understand what happened. They don't understand.
Right. It's hard to die for me.
Yeah, so there's two kind of the supporting, two kind of the Chetana we need to understand. The old one, the past karma, and then the right now, present karma with the proximate consciousness. There's two kind of karma working together. Yeah. But past karma is more powerful. Yeah. Because present time, our body is so weak, our mind so weak because it's going to die. Yeah. That's why.
But different stage.
Oh yeah. This is for general person. Yeah. Different stage of power. Maybe jhana.
Jhana.
If you take the jhana,
Different.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though the different person, even though very close to die, the power karma is not too strong. The previous karma is more strong. Yeah. Because at that time, jhana, practice jhana and attain the jhana, strong, very strong. Because at that time, body and mind so strong. When we attain the jhana. So at that time, jhana with the Chetana, that Chetana is very strong to keep the result. Yeah. But right, the present moment, going to die, jhana appear again at that time. But power is the supporting is not very strong. So even though that jhana strong mind, but supporting is not strong. Supporting is so weak. That's why they also weak. Yeah. Okay, so we go to yes. Okay, so the so the following the Javana is a dynamic consciousness, very quickly, one after another, dynamic consciousness stage, two registering chitta, two registering the Tadārammaṇa chitta. Tadārammaṇa chitta may or may not follow. It depends on the situation. Some person, after dynamic consciousness, two registering consciousness follow. But some person no. Maybe there's no time, just that proximate consciousness, 5 times after that consciousness arises, die. Yeah. So in some cases, Bhavaṅga may follow. The last process, the chitta, is another. So then very, very last, the chitta, that consciousness arises, performing the function of the passing away from the present life. So with the season of the dead consciousness, the life faculty is cut off. So light faculty means two kinds of light faculty: material light faculty and matter light faculty. Last lecture we already discussed about that. So after that, that body remain a mass or the inanimate material phenomenon, born of the temperature. Uduja rupa. We say in Pali, uduja rupa. Yeah. The dead body is only uduja rupa. Temperature born material left. Kama born material disappear. Chitta born material disappear because no mind, no consciousness. So that body just only material. That material is not kama born material, not kama jarupa, not kama born material, not chitta born material, consciousness, because no consciousness. And ahara born materials maybe few days left and disappear. But Uttu, temperature born material continues. Another wall. Even though another wall, the arch, yeah, left. Maybe our previous slide arch maybe somewhere in the universe. We don't know where. Maybe still exists in our arch in previous slides. Yeah, this is a uduja rupa, temperature born material. So that temperature born material continues until the corpse is reduced to death or in many different transformations. At the end of the war, everything disappears, including our edge, like this. Yeah, that's when nowadays the scientists they try to find out the DNA. Yeah. But the technology is not very high to such that kind of yeah. If technology they can search the temperature of material or our ancestor. Yeah. Yeah. It's possible. Yeah, like the dragon and the animal in the sea. On the rock they have the bone, some kind of bone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. The Buddha they all already told about that one. It's possible too. Yeah. Okay, so we go to the next one. So the following the dissolution moment or the death consciousness. So dissolution moment is a Bhanga, upati upara tita Bhanga. So Bhanga is dissolution moment. So dissolution moment of the death consciousness, they arise in a new existence, the rebirth, relinking consciousness. Yeah. So the object that's obtained in the final Javana process of the previous slide. So this chitta is supported by the heart base in the ring, which include the material or baselet in the immaterial ring, arupa. Arupa, there's no material. So at that time, mind, no supported by the base, just only power jhana, arupa jhana, they exist. Yeah. But in the sensual world, kama vachara and rupa vachara, there's a supporting base, hard base for the
We have material.
for the rebirth consciousness. So we need to understand like this. So it is generated by the evolutional formation, that is a karma of the previous Javana process. That means it's a karma in the past. So which then is grounded in the twin root of the round of existence. So round of existence means cycle existence. Latent ignorance and latent craving. The process just we talking about the Chetana, but Chetana and these two latent ignorance and latent cravings associate with the Upanishya condition, or maybe both, Samyutta or an Upanishya. It's dependent. Okay, so there are two kind of the evolutional formation here. We call them karma that done in the past. This is another important thing to understand. The karma that is done in the past. And then the other karma done in the moment. One, the 5 Javana arises in the death thought process. So that means the past karma and present karma. So the karma at the moment of the 5 Javana, present karma, we have learned does not give the result, isn't it? If the result means it cannot produce the relieving consciousness because not too strong. Or does not generate the Pradisanichitta, relieving consciousness, but it is said to throw it down on the object. So that means it make Pradisanichitta take the object of the 5 Javana in the present previous thought process. That means Pradisanichitta in the new life, Pradisanichitta take the object of the present, the 5 Javana in the previous thought process. So previous life, that proximate thought process has an object, and the new life, relieving consciousness object, say, So that meaning, you need to understand that one. Okay, so there are only 5 Javana, because 5 Javana is in the death proximate Javana, in the death thought process. So now, here a person, for example, a person very close to die, almost at death. So at that time, his body or his material properties are weak, very weak. So his heart base also weak. So his mind also weak. So the Javana at the time does not arise 7 times as a normal, but they arise only for 5 times. So in the case of the sixth sphere, Kamavachara, sixth sphere. So Kamavachara, rebirth or relinking Kamavachara Pratisandi. So when the object is the sign or the karma or sign or the destiny, perceived at any of the 6 symptoms, not only mind. I already discussed about the mind, but actually not only mind. The other different door is possible. So that object may be present or may be past. It's also possible, but not future. Only present and past. So the sign of the karma may be present or may be past. Not only past, not only present. And then in the same way, sign of the destiny may be present or may be past. Yeah. Understand? They're very important. Okay, so but the karma as the only past, for example, the karma as object is only past, so it is perceived only at mind door. Understand? The three objects we have, that thought process has a three object, karma or karma nimitta or kati nimitta. Karma, we already discussed no karma. Karma nimitta, sign or karma, and kati nimitta, sign or destiny. Maybe the object is maybe past, maybe present. It's possible. But karma, if the karma is object at the time, only past, because past karma has power, very powerful. So at the time, the door is no other door. No eye do, no ear do, no nose do, no tongue do, no body do. At the time, only mind do. We need to understand like this. This is a kind of one of the situation might happen. We don't know. Yeah. The karma very powerful at the time. The mind will appear. Yeah. This is an object is past, not present. Only past object. And do also only mind do, not ear do, no the other do. Yeah. So now the sign of the karma different. The other sign of the karma and sign of the destiny may be this kind of object. This kind of object meaning is maybe visible object, maybe sound, maybe smell, maybe taste, maybe touch, maybe thinking. Yeah. So this is very important. So that this kind of object may be present through the sixth sense. Yeah. So we need to understand is present karma is a past only, and it is present through the mind only. So past karma with the mind only. So this thought process just one of the many death and rebirth relinking thought process. It is for a man who died in the Kamauchara ring. Kamauchara ring is a sensual plane. So who is reborn in the Kamauchara ring? So same, reborn in sensual world and reborn and die in sensual world and reborn in the sensual world. Same. So in this example, Karma nimitta is taken as an object. Karma nimitta. This could be karma or kati nimitta, but karma nimitta is taken. Karma nimitta is taken. Okay, so when the death arises, there's a death process isn't it? So it's began with the Bhavaṅga first. We already discussed. Bhavaṅga is a what kind of Bhavaṅga? Bhavaṅga Chalana. Bhavaṅga Chalana. Huh? Yeah. Bhavaṅga Chalana is vibrational light containing consciousness. First, because here the object is present object. So there's a past Bhavaṅga, vibrational Bhavaṅga, arrest Bhavaṅga. Now after that there's a Panchadhara Vachana. So it's like I do thought process. Yeah, I do thought process, like I do thought process. The I do thought process, Dita Bhavaṅga, past Bhavaṅga, and then the vibrational Bhavaṅga, the vibrational light containing consciousness, and arrest light containing consciousness, Bhavaṅga. And then after that, Panchadhara Vachana. 5 door abiding consciousness arises. After that, the 5 door abiding consciousness turns the mind toward the object. Yeah. So next one is the Chakku Viññāna. Yeah. Or Sota Viññāna or Kana Viññāna. 5 kind of the Viññāna. Yeah. Here explain is the Chakku Viññāna. Chakku Viññāna is see the object. Yeah. And then Sampadichana, receiving consciousness, and then Santirana, investigating consciousness. So one after another, they walk a different function. The function is different. So like when you go to the office, so there's a office has many departments, isn't it? So we need to follow one department into the other, isn't it? Like this. So mind walking like this. So investigating consciousness, Santirana, and then after that, Ottavana, determining consciousness arises. Make the determination. This object is desirable object, that object is undesirable object, maybe also dislike object or like objects. Make decision. Yeah. So determining consciousness arises. And then there are 5 Javana, not 7. Normally when we see 7, but very close to die, that approximate consciousness, not 7, 5 times. Only after 5 Javana, there's a Chitti, that consciousness arises. So that is the an or the one life. After seeing something with the I do. It's another one possible to happen. And then the other, the do, ear do, nose do, tongue do, body do, same. So we don't need to discuss the different rules. Okay. So I wanted to explain here is after death, what happened? Immediately after death, there's a rise of relinging or patisandhi. So there's no gap. Yeah. So that's why after relinging consciousness, what happened? Relinging consciousness arise and disappear. So after relinging consciousness in the next life, what happened? So the Buddha explained, after relinging consciousness, there are 16 moments of the Bhavaṅga, light containing consciousness. 16. Yeah. So 16 times of the light containing consciousness. So after Bhavaṅga, there's another thought process arises. So the relieving consciousness appear and disappear 16 times, or the life-containing consciousness arises. So this is not thought process. After that, something moment, thought process, not thought process, something moment of the thought, something moment of the consciousness, the thought process arises. Beginning with the Manodara Vachana, usually thought process is beginning with the Manodara Vachana. Mind or abiding consciousness, and then 7 thought moment or the Javana in the new life. And then Bhavaṅga, life containing consciousness again. So we need to understand like this. So that kind of the thought process is at the time, what kind of thought process? Wholesome or unwholesome? What do you think? Wholesome thought process or unwholesome thought process? First time in the new life.
No wholesome, no. Wholesome.
No, it's unwholesome. Unwholesome thought process arises because every living being, when they reborn in new life, at the first time, first moment, they strongly attached to that new life, that life.
But Kama Vachara is a good kusala.
Yeah, kusala, even though the born, because of the kusala previous karma, born in a human being, reborn in a celestial being is right. But after Patisanichitta, Patisanichitta Rasadhamma, isn't it? Rasadhamma, not at the time, no wholesome, no unwholesome. Patisani is a Rasadhamma. Yeah. After the Bhavaṅga Citta, 16 times, Bhavaṅga Citta also Rasadhamma. No, not wholesome, nor unwholesome. But after that 70 moment, the thought process arises. That thought process is unwholesome thought process. Unwholesome is attachment to the life, not the other kind of unwholesome. Yeah, attachment to the life. Yeah, we say Bhavadana. Yeah, Bhavadana. Yeah, yeah. Even though animal, they first time they'll strongly attached to their life, but after that maybe they disappoint, or it's not good. Maybe disappoint. Yeah. So the Buddha explained like this. So this is a thought process of the death and rebirth, or how death and rebirth occur. We need to understand. So another thing we have to understand clearly is the Patisandhi, relinking consciousness, and Bhavaṅga, life containing consciousness, and Chutti, death consciousness. These 3 consciousness of the one life are identical.
Could you say again?
Identical. Patisandhi Citta, relinking consciousness, Bhavaṅga Citta, life containing consciousness, and death, Chutti Citta, death consciousness of the one life. One life, in one life, relinking consciousness, life containing consciousness, and death consciousness are the same, identical. Identical meaning is the same type of the consciousness. For example, For example, for us, we are reborn as a human being because of the karma vachara kusala, isn't it? So our patisandhi relinging consciousness is a resultant karma vachara vipaka citta, resultant mind of the sense sphere consciousness. Yeah. And also the light containing consciousness in between our life, many light containing consciousness, isn't it? When we are going to sleep, deep sleep, light containing consciousness only arises and disappear. Maybe we sleep 8 hours a day. So during the 8 hours, only light containing consciousness arises. So at that time, that consciousness is exactly the same when we born in the mother one, the linging consciousness, the Saturn or the sun sphere consciousness. The Bhavaṅga Citta, light containing consciousness, also
Same.
And then when we die, Chuti Citta, this life, this human life, when we die, the last moment, the Chuti Citta, also the resident of the sun sphere consciousness. So these three, they are different moments. They arise in a different moment, but they are identical. They are same type, but they perform different function, isn't it? Relinging moment, relinging consciousness perform to link to different life, old life and new life. Bhavaṅga Citta, light containing consciousness, same type, but the function is different. The function to connect our life. During the life, if the light containing consciousness cannot connect, we will die. If while we are sleeping, we never ever wake up again. If there's no light containing consciousness, like this. So light containing consciousness connect our life. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's why we.
Yeah, to continue our life. So different function. They perform the different function. And then that consciousness just Chuti Citta is just disappear. The function just disappear of the one life. Yeah. So the three different kind of the consciousness are identical, but they have different function in a different moment. So we need to understand like this. Okay. So I would like to explain a little bit more detail. Let us suppose in the dead thought process. So dead thought process, the beginning with the Panchadhara Citta, for example. So the Vitti Citta take the present visible form, present visible object, because of the Panchadhara is, the idol, in the idol. So Javana also take the present visible object as an object. So the 5 Javana took the present visible object as an object. So when the Patisandhi consciousness arises in the new life, this take the present visible object taken by the Javana in the death thought process of the immediately preceding life. Because, the present visible object must last for 17th of moment. Because the visible object, material lifespan is 17th of moment. More longer than the lifespan of the mind, isn't it? One mind moment equal 17 moment of the material. Like this. Oh, no. Sorry. One lifespan of the material equals 17 moment of the mind. Sorry. So we already know about that, isn't it? So at the time, the present visible object is not 17th of moment because of Tadārammaṇa. Tadārammaṇa, Cakkhuviññāṇa, Sampradecana, Santirana, Ottavana, and 5 that approximate dynamic consciousness. So 10. Not thought 17th of moment, isn't it? So that's why I continue into the new life. So that's why the 17th of moment fall in the second Bhavaṅga of the new life. Understand? That from the present life, last moment, the visible object appear. That visible object lifespan is the 17th of moment. So when we counting the 17th of moment, this fall in the second Bhavaṅga in new life. So that meaning is a present visible object until the second Bhavaṅga still exists. So the person has gone through the new life, but the object remain still exists. You can imagine. So that patisandhi, the relieving consciousness of the second life, take the present visible object, which was taken by the object, by the Javana, that approximate Javana thought process. So after second Bhavaṅga, the present visible object disappear. So the other Bhavaṅga take the object, which is a disappear or the past visible object. So we need to investigate this one. So I would like to explain that one like this. Look at here is the boundary is this one is an old life, this one is a new life. There's a boundary here, make a boundary. So look, the visible object appear like this in the idol and in mindful as well. So Bhavaṅga Chitta, like on any consciousness, past Atita Bhavaṅga appear, and then disappear, this one, and then another one appear, the Bhavaṅga Chalana, vibrational like on any consciousness rises and disappear, and then arrest like on any consciousness, Bhavaṅga arises and disappear, and then Pancha Tadārammaṇa, 5 door body consciousness arises and disappear, and then Cakkhuviññāṇa, eye consciousness arises and disappear, and then receiving consciousness, Sampradecana Citta arises and disappear, and then investigating consciousness, Santirana Citta arises and disappear, and then Javana, determining consciousness arises and disappears. So at that time, that consciousness makes a decision and then follow 5 time or the that approximate dynamic consciousness, Marana Sana, Javana Chitta, and 5 time. Like this, 9 to 13, 5 times. After that, the that consciousness, Chitta, rises. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So this is a Chitta. So when we counting, this is not 17th thought moment, just 14th thought moment. We count 1, 2, 3. We count. Just 14th thought moment. So that's why in the next slide, the Padisanichitta 15 is a Padisanichitta in new life. And then following the 16 time of the Bhavaṅga Chitta. So not 16 times, 2 times, 2 Bhavaṅga Chitta, second Bhavaṅga Chitta is the object, 17th thought moment, the lifespan finish. Yeah?
It's connect.
Yeah, so the old life and the new life connect like this. The body time, the object stay continues because the lifespan is stay exists. The Bodhisattva take that object.
Just understand with mind. Just
Yeah. Like this. So in that case, we need to understand the object of the death thought process, Patisandhi, relinking consciousness, and 2 Bhavaṅga, 2 kind of the light containing consciousness in new life is the same according to that counting, because the lifespan of the material visible object 17th thought moment, when we count like this, so the present visible object, so the object of the, what about the object of the third Bhavaṅga and other Bhavaṅga, 16 times Bhavaṅga containing in the new life, is in that particular life on what is a past visible object, not present, because the present visible object gone in the second Bhavaṅga Chitta. So since the visible object is the object of the Patisandhi, relinking consciousness in the second life, and the Bhavaṅga and Chutti in this life will also take the visible object as an object. Isn't it? Visible object same. But the difference is only present and past. But the visible object is a visible object. So we need to understand like this. Mind is so strange. Mind is so strange. So that's why the object is visible object, but in new life, little bit different, present object and past object. Little bit different. Yeah, we need to understand like this. Because of the lifespan of the material. Yeah. So when we say somebody take the Patisandhi, relinking consciousness or relinking consciousness arises, that means it's a Patisandhi Chitta and the Chittatika going along with this, and then 30 particle of the material which are produced by the karma for the human being. So human being, 30 particle material in the mother womb. Yeah, at the time, we cannot see by eye, but past thought moment, thought process in the new life, beginning with the Manodara Vachana, 7 Javana and Bhavaṅga again. So they took the new life as object. So the object of the first thought process in the new life took the new life, what we call Buddhism, as object. So then the Bhavaṅga took the karma nimitta or kati nimitta as usual. So these three in one life are different from those in the another life. We need to understand. The previous life, Patisandi, Bhavaṅga, Chitta, the object, and the new life, Patisandi, Bhavaṅga, Chuti, consciousness object are different. Not same. This life, Patisandi, Bhavaṅga, and Chuti object is the previous life, Maranasanda Viti object, isn't it? New life, Patisandi, Javana, Patisandi, Bhavaṅga, and Chuti object is present life, that proximate consciousness, thought process object. So different. Present life, Buddhism, Bhavaṅga, Chuti is a previous life, that process. New life, Buddhism, Bhavaṅga, Chitta object is this life, that process object. It's different. So maybe I explain with the picture. It's much more better to understand with the picture later. So right now it's 7 o'clock, so we will stop here. Okay. So maybe next week we go to the picture to discuss about that. Okay. Thank you very much for your listening. Okay. So before stop the lecture, we pay respect. We wish our Buddha teachings stay longer and longer in the universe. So please say Buddha Sasana Chiran Ditatu in 3 times. Buddha Sasana Chiran Ditatu. Buddha Sasana Chiran Ditatu. Buddha Sasana Chiran Ditatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.